Hello, Cancer, and welcome to August 2018. This is your oracle card reading for the month. I have the cards out in front of me. I shuffled them and did the spread before I started recording, and I'm going to refer to the spread as I do the video. So August for you, I can tell just by looking at this spread right now, is all about you dealing with your family and your place of living. Right away, you're going into the month. For some of you, you are either moving for the very first time, or you're in a situation where you are moving out of your house. I can actually take my headphones out. I don't need those in. That's a Mercury retrograde thing. That's me. But for you, you guys, I'm seeing this energy where there's a karmic change of residence. This is a big move. So maybe not all of you are feeling this, and I'm posting these a little bit late in the month, so that's going to make it easier for you to tell if this reading is actually even for you. Because this is very beginning of the month, so if this hasn't happened, this reading might not be for you. It's not going to be for all Cancers. But for those of you who are going through this, keep watching. So this is a big move. It's a karmic move. And I'm also seeing that some of you are having a really hard time doing this because you're leaving somebody behind. You're either moving out on your own, and it's going to be the first time you are by yourself, and that can be a little bit scary. For some of you, you are leaving a romantic partner behind. So you're either moving out because you're breaking up, or this is going to be a big step where you used to live together and now you're living on your own. And for some of you, this is because you're actually leaving behind a small child. This could be like a little brother or a cousin or even your own child, and you can't take him with you on this move, and it's making you really sad. So I'm very sorry you're going through this, but I do see that you need to make this move. This is something you have to do. We have free will in our lives, and we also have fate and karma. This is a karmic situation, so this is an experience that you need to go through for your own personal growth. So even though it's tough, and I can see that it's not that fun, this is something that your soul decided to go through before you incarnated on Earth. It's kind of like a life phase step where you move out on your own for the first time. But for some of you, it's not the first time. It's just difficult because you're leaving somebody behind. The other thing I'm seeing as we go forward is that, and this energy is through the whole spread, but the next part of this story is you're getting a job offer or a promotional offer from somebody, and it's an unusual situation. There's something about this offer that either he's not telling you, or it seems too good to be true. It could also just be a job that you've never done before. It's also possible that maybe some of you, the reason why you're moving is for this job, and you think it's going to be really great. And it could be really great, but there's like a fantasy here. So in the best case scenario, the fantasy energy is because it's your dream job and your dreams are finally coming true. On the less than positive manifestation side, it's because this is a fantasy and it's not going to be as great as you think. Because there's a lot of like hazy, dreamy energy around this job. It could even be something that might not be on the up and up. It could be a little shady. But I also feel like you're committed to this, and you might be doing it for a while if you go through with it. Now, it's not bad. It's not a negative energy. It's just there's a lot of illusion and fantasy around it. It's a very Neptunian energy. And when you're working with fantasy, sometimes you don't act in your own best interests or the best interests of the people around you. So, and also this could be a warning for some of you that if you're going through a time of stress, maybe because of this move, not to self-medicate or to practice too much escapism. Really be in touch with your emotions right now. If you're feeling something, feel it and honor it. Don't try to mask it with a substance or a video game. If you have a video game addiction, don't try to feel your feelings. Don't hide from your feelings, because those feelings are going to follow you, and it's something you just have to deal with to move forward. And I also get the sense that if you don't, since this is there's a lot of karmic energy here, if you don't deal with this situation and learn from it, it's going to keep happening. So just go through it and be as present as you can. And like I said, for some of you, this could be a really beautiful energy where your dreams are coming true, but there are dreams here. So make sure you are being as realistic as possible to balance out all this dreamy fantasy energy that I'm seeing. I am seeing a celebration towards the end of the month, maybe third week of the month. For some of you, this is going to be a marriage. Congratulations. For some of you, it's just a marriage you are attending or an anniversary event. It could be even a gay wedding between two men, because I'm seeing two men here who are close together and they're celebrating something. And it looks like they're celebrating something from the past that has now finally finished, and there was a successful outcome. So it could even just be like a project wrapping up, or maybe like winning a lawsuit and getting a lot of money, and so they're celebrating that way. But for some of you, there is like this wedding energy here. So it could just be like a wedding celebration or an anniversary. Now, as we end August, for you Cancers, there's a lot of new opportunities here. So I feel like once you get through this rough patch, you're going to be in a better place to start new projects and start new things. So you're really dealing with this whole energy around moving. That's kind of your main story, is moving your place of residence this month, and then dealing with this fantasy energy that's somehow connected to work. And then once you get through all of that, then I'm seeing like the big party celebration. And that could even, maybe that's just you celebrating your new home, and inviting your friends over. And then once all that comes through and you're in this new spot, you're going to be better prepared and have the wherewithal to like pursue new financial interests, new creative interests, new stability in your life. I do see this move being very stable and good for you, but just go slow. I think that is like your parting message here, is to just be really kind to yourself and go slow with these changes, because it looks like some of you are going through some big life changes here. And there's also possibility that all this fantasy dreamy energy is that maybe for some of you, you're going through a period where you're like adulting for the first time, and you're waking up from that dream where you're no longer having everything taken care of for you. You have to start being independent and taking care of things for yourself, because there is an energy here where you're leaving people behind and going out on your own. And that could even be like a relationship ending for some of you. So I hope this was helpful. So just remember to go slow as you deal with these challenges. Don't self-medicate and don't practice too much escapism into fantasy. You really need to be grounded this month to balance all this fantasy energy and these changes. But go slow and be kind with yourself, and just be really present with your emotions. And remember that this is a very good move for you in the end. Even though it's stressful right now, it's going to put you in a better position towards the end of the month and just going forward in the future. And you'll be much luckier, too, in this new spot once all these ends get wrapped up. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the future.